Okay, thank you all for waiting and being so patient. Okay, assign Tuesday's homework. We're gonna start working on this today. Write down 10 of your unique strengths, skills, and qualities. Then choose 5 of these and translate them into specific benefits for your future real estate clients. This is where I think we should use that AI feature and have it help us design the benefit complements. Where's my notes? Put those up on the screen to remind all of us the suggestions on how to craft these things. Where was that slide? I think it had it actually on here, if I recall. Or was it just in the printout? I thought it was on here. Let me go find that. Oh. Okay, so we want to take the strengths that we think we have and put them into a powerful benefit for our client. Remember some of the examples they had from the other day? If you're always professional, courteous, you have strong agent relationships, you're going to say to your client, you enjoy a smooth contract to close process because I maintain excellent relationships with other agents. You want to take your skill set and transform it into a statement. So when your client reads it, they see the benefit that that skill brings to the client. That's our objective. So I think maybe ChatGPT or AI can help us with that and say, we're trying to make a benefit statement for my client and see what we come up with. Then we put those 10 things together in our value proposition. Or some of them, you can pick and choose which ones you like. To think about the strengths you already have, the skills you already have that you want to talk about in your value proposition to your potential real estate clients. And if you're not a local expert yet in the neighborhood, then talk about some other feature you have. What skill sets you have from your prior career that you might be able to bring to this new job. You guys should have them from Tuesdays, the same handout. Everybody keep their handouts. Thank you, Angel. We're doing the one called building validity on powerful prospecting position, excuse me.
Do you have any more? Because I'm giving in your.
Yes. We go right, we'll make you copy.
Thanks.
Absolutely, I'll be right back. Okay. Online, we are working on, where'd my prompt go? There it is. We are working on writing down 10 things that we already think we bring to the table as real estate agents. Good morning, everyone online. We are continuing today to work on our value propositions. I hope you can see the screen. Oops, let me get rid of this. Take you back to the screen. We are working on our homework assignment. write down 10 strengths, skills, qualities that you already possess, things you feel that represent you and your style, your personality, your business skills, your knowledge. We're going to take that information and then we're going to try to transform it into benefit statements. So when our clients read these things about us, they can see how our skill set is going to benefit them. And I'll give you some examples from Tuesday. This is where I think Chat GPT or AI is going to come in handy for us, or Gemini, if you want to use one of those resources. Did we do it? We've talked about it. We're kind of starting that this morning. Yeah. We were gonna have a full hour and a half of workshop, but got cut short, but we need to start it today. Yeah, it just life happens. Inspections go longer than you think. Okay. Right. Well, we started at 7:30 and we got done. I mean, he was quick. We got done probably by 9:10, but I was on the east side of town. It just took a long time to drive back over here too. So, okay. Remember from Tuesday, for some of you who weren't on class on Tuesday, what we're trying to do is take the skills and the strengths that we already have as business people, what you used to do in your prior job, what you do in your current job, the skill sets you already have, and transform those into client benefit statements. So our clients will be able to see how our skills are going to benefit them as new real estate agents. So let's say, for instance, you're very professional and you have good relationships with other co-op agents. Then you want to draft a statement that's going to say, you enjoy a smooth contract to close process because I maintain excellent relationships with other agents. I want to show my client how my professional courtesy to other co-ops is going to benefit them. So that's where I think using an AI source will be helpful for us to craft these benefit statements if you're not able to do it on your own. So think about your skill sets. What are you already good at? And try to come up with 10 things that you would use to describe yourself. Like one of the examples it gives here in the slide is if you're an active listener is a strength. The benefit to your client might be ensuring I truly understand your needs to find the perfect home. I'm going to listen to what you're saying. And we all should have a very unique value proposition. It should be different from each other because we all have different skill sets and different personalities. You want to focus on how you handle things. Right. Like Ashley's examples, she's good at communication. She's action oriented. What skill sets do you already have from either your current job or your prior job that you were going to transform into this real estate career? So what we're trying to accomplish is your unique selling proposition, your value statement. How, and then the value proposition, client benefits you deliver. What benefits are you going to provide to your client based on your skill set? Talk about the services you offer. We touched on that on Tuesday, that menu of services, ideas about what to present to your clients for listings, for buyer representation. What services are you going to want to offer?
One of those flyers.
Douglas should have had one from Tuesday, yeah. And then your personal validity. What's your unique qualifications that you're going to bring to the table? You're going to make promises to your clients. And you promise to deliver this level of service to them. What's that going to look like for you? How do you want to describe that to your clients? So this is kind of the pyramid that we're focused on. These are the things we want to include in our USP, unique selling proposition. Some other things to consider when you're writing your value proposition. You can have a service-based approach. You can have a guarantee-based approach, a niche-based, a results-based. There's different styles you can use when you want to write your proposition, or you can blend them. If you think you can offer more than one of these styles, then maybe discuss those. And then we'll put all these ideas, like I said, into AI and have it help us craft a nice paragraph about ourselves. Like Doug and I were talking on Tuesday about maybe giving each other examples of things we know. He wanted me to give him an example of what I thought was a skill that he has. And he's very easy to talk to. He's always very professionally dressed. He's always a gentleman. He holds the door open for you. I mean, those are things I've noticed about him and his personality. So how could he take that knowledge about himself and craft it into a benefit statement for his clients? And I think that's where AI can help us. Yeah. We all do, or ChatGPT, whichever one you want to, use. Welcome, everyone. Hi, Alice. For all of you online, we're working on our value proposition statements. I'll go back to the original slides. A few of you just joined us. We are trying to start by coming up with 10 unique strengths, skills, or qualities that you already feel you have as a business person. What do you bring to the table as a real estate agent? What can you focus on to talk to your clients about? Come up with those ideas, then we can plug it into ChatGPT and have it give us some ideas on how to craft our paragraph, our value statement. Because you don't want to just say, I'm an active listener. You want to put it into a benefit statement. So when your client reads it, they go, oh, you read that statement, you realize, oh, Megan's an active listener. She's going to pay attention to what I'm saying. She's going to value what I'm saying. We want to craft those benefit statements for our clients. If any of you do have any testimonials or comments from reviews on Google or whatnot from a client, you can include those too. Pull out excerpts of that to include in your value proposition. That's a great thing to utilize. Because some of you have had transactions already, so you might have a comment or two from a client.
The review, that is not a problem.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah, so I talked to Madison about this today. She's like, well, I like need to see it. Got my name, like I was, but what am I saying?
Right, exactly.
So it looks nice, but I have to just say the course and not. Sorry.
Okay, that's the one, KW office is what you're referring to. Okay.
So
Thank you.
Madison says it, so you get to tell
Okay,
her. Often.
okay. I will let everyone know, and Ashley just reminded me, we do have at the end of a transaction with your clients, KW offers a service where we will send a request to your client saying, would you like to leave a review, leave a testimony about your experience with, our agent? If you want that service, it's provided to you for free, but if you want it, you have to let Madison or Yvette know that you want to opt into that, so they will send it at the end of your transactions to your clients. You can also create your own. If you want to create like a Google Doc or something and send it to your clients, that is fine too. But it's a good idea to try to request testimonials and reviews from your clients. You can start gathering those and putting them on your website and your blog page and stuff. It helps just gives you a better presentation when people come looking for your services. They see all this information about you. Okay, we're focusing on our unique selling proposition for all of you guys online. You want to come up with something, a distinctive value statement about yourself. What benefits are you going to deliver to your client? What are you going to do for your client? What services are you going to offer? And then you want to bring your unique qualifications. What's some personal touches you can add to your value proposition that describe yourself and what you're going to bring to your business.
Megan, hi.
Yes.
I have a question.
Good morning.
So good morning. Where can I find this document that you're sharing on the screen?
It is,
Or if it's available at all?
these are on the digital chalk.
Okay.
You will see them. We're on the second week of the 3612-3. It's called the value
Yes.
title,
Okay. Sounds good.
building
Thank you.
validity and powerful positioning.
Thank
You'll
you.
find it there. You're welcome.
Mhm.
Good question. Yeah, all of these, this curriculum comes with student manuals each week, so you guys can go download those. If you come in person, we can print off a copy for you here, but they're available through the digital chalk for you at home. All right, these are some ideas for strategies that work when drafting your value proposition for all of you online. You can be more service-based approach, a niche-based approach, a guarantee-based approach, results-based. So think about your style and how you'd like to craft that. And you can tell ChatGPT you want to be service-based or you want to be niche-based. And then it'll help us design that paragraph once you put your skill sets in there. Just like it says, your USP, your unique selling proposition, doesn't need to be revolutionary, just distinctive and memorable. Even packaging your services in a branded system works, like the 5-star marketing system or Jane's stress-free buying process. You can come up with a clever little title for what you want to present to your clients. Yes.
How long is this supposed to be? Like the,
8 to 12 sentences maybe, and it's just a paragraph, or short and sweet.
That's the ChatGPT, and it's awesome, and also it is,
You would like it,
yeah.
because we can always tweak it too.
Yeah, that's sweet, but it is, ChatGPT is great.
It is amazingly helpful. It is really, it's phenomenal. But I used it the first time for listing, description for my house. I was like, oh my gosh, I never would have said it that way. It was so much more creative than I would have been. And broker bay too, yeah. And the broker bot has been very helpful. They're all great tools to utilize.
Is our value statement something that's going to go in like our bios or?
Yes, you can use it in your bio. You can use it on your website. You can use it. I would use excerpts of it in your marketing. I mean, one of the things they stress here in this little paragraph underneath is like Jane's stress-free buyer process. You want to come up with some clever little slogans, so to speak, that you can use regularly in your marketing and your advertising, so people start connecting that idea with you as a real estate agent is the goal of this value proposition. So you can use it in all your marketing. Yep. And of course you can tweak it as you evolve and your business grows, but you want to have something to start out with.
Thank you.
You're welcome. And here's some suggestions for our in-class activity on things to focus on. What's your top value proposition? Identify your strongest benefit statement from the core. That's why I said choose 10 things about yourself, then put it into ChatGPT and see what it crafts. And then you're going to want to focus on maybe not all 10 of those, but 3 or 4 or 5 of them to be in the top part of your value proposition. What's going to get people's attention the most? You want to capture their attention when they read this so they learn about you quickly.
Can I read you mine and you tell me if it sounds too long?
Sure. All right, Claire's going to read us hers. You got
So
an audience.
Says, with 14 years in customer service, I bring trust, loyalty, and genuine love for connecting with people. Not only in my everyday life, but in real estate, I pride myself on making the process smooth from start to finish, whether that means helping you find the right lender, inspector, or even connecting you with foundation repair and landscaping professionals. As a fast learner, I am flexible. I am a flexible professional. I adapt quickly in bringing my clients' unique needs. I adapt quickly to each client's unique needs. Being a parent of special needs children has taught me patience, understanding, and persistence, qualities that help guide families through one of life's biggest decisions with care, respect, and confidence. Wow, that was kind of a mouthful.
I think it's nice. It's a great start. I think it might be a little long, so maybe figure out how to shorten it a little bit, because you want to be able to put some of this stuff like on the bottom of a flyer, perhaps.
Yeah, that's true.
You don't want it too long, but I love the personal touches in there.
So you create 3 to 4 bullet points.
Okay. Ashley has a suggestion, Claire, put that in ChatGPT and ask it to create 4 bullet points from all those, your ideas in there, and see if it will come up with something that might be a little more brief and concise that captures all that energy.
Oh, awesome. Perfect.
Yeah. Or Gemini AI, whatever resource you want. But I think it's going to be really helpful for us to hone in on on the most important parts of that. Because the personal touches are very important. It helps you relate to your clients. Definitely. Especially if you do have a skill set like Claire's where she's got special needs kids, so she's gonna have an awareness of families with special needs children that other people may not. She might be able to provide a different level of service to them as an agent. And that could start being one of the niche markets that she works in. You got to think about, like, I work with a lot of Spanish speaking people because I speak Spanish. That, you know, the other people wouldn't have that ability. So you think about what services you can offer that might be unique that will help you stand apart from other people, other agents. I apologize for eating in front of you.
Just like when I work with the geriatric home care, that's a service, you can have to real estate.
Exactly.
And it's
so it's much as you know.
The living, that's stuff that he's saying is real estate. It's whatever that you can bring to the table. And that's why I also have a list of contractors that are on my what I consider the part of my team. And I bring that to the table. That's why I consider when I sell myself as a full service agent. Because I have contractors that come along with me.
Yeah. Angel was just saying also that since one of the things that he talks about in his value proposition and that he's a full service agent, he will, you know, he can work with bilingual clients. He has contractors he can bring to the table. He can help with remodels. So think about other skill sets that you might already have or other connections you might already have, and you can include some of that in your value proposition as well. Kind of like Claire did, where she said, you know, she has access to foundation people or landscapers, whatever. It's a good idea to bring those personal touches into your value proposition. How can you help that client with something?
Staying. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Staying. And focus on this.
Yeah.
They can really bring a lot of that to, trying to sell a house.
Angel also commented, not necessarily for your value proposition, but in general, as a real estate agent, you need to go out and start meeting stagers and the people from like Be Organized, those kind of companies, because you're going to need those services a lot as well. And what one?
Amy works.
Yes, Amy Williams, one of our agents here, works for an organizing company. They can be very helpful, especially.
So, that's why it's most important to have. You seeing that you always have to work with, no matter what client you're dealing with, the majority of the clients. The longer you're in the industry, you go to meet contractors that you put like working with. Those you can add to your database. Those are important to add to your database. Also have a list of trusted contractors that work with KW. They're in that.
I have not found somebody that I like that well.
Okay. But in that, or because yes, but I certainly
But like, he was great, you know. He didn't hold the deal because it was interesting. So then back to my personal house, like.
I like the accountants, like the friends of ours from travel, like, they have fun, they have to do like.
They're considered better.
House, it's so big.
don't you think that?
They only do like the drain cleanouts and paper places, they don't.
Sometimes feels like, yeah.
They're little stuff, the big projects.
But don't you think that the longer we're in the industry, you meet contractors?
You organically,
You're going to meet people, but just make sure you're putting people and get referrals.
you're gonna be asking about us, like, you're gonna look at me.
Well, you're like, I have a list of people that I love. Hey, they will tell you, you have somebody? Cool. I said,
Well, sure. It's
Yeah,
not gonna-
you share, you know, ask anyone, but we have.
It's not competition, but it's just trying to help each other. The contractor needs work too. The more people we prefer, then they're happy. But it is hard to find, like, you find people that you like and then they are no longer in, or they're too busy, or, yes, and so
That's the
you need
thing.
more of
I
my
personally,
personal.
I like to hear it, like, just
You need-
include it.
They're always.
Usually I can do it, but it's.
Well, like when I call him Marty, I mean, he's one of the few Spanish speaking inspectors in town, and so he had, he was both solid, so that's nice. That's why we had a 7:30 AM inspection, 100%. And I mean, Spanish, yeah, it's it's like my client, it's for sure, when you find Spanish there. It's just a nightmare.
Or your Spanish speaking now.
Yes. Not my vocabulary knowledge of like a home and all of its features is not as strong.
Oh, sure. But
And
you're
so
not
it's
making it,
also,
so
it's
it's
bad
not
to be there about the technical words that they need to describe it, so that's not, I know what kitchen stuff, sure, and family stuff.
you know.
I'm learning
Because
about
that's the one that they speak
right,
Spanish.
just that.
Just a little bit.
Bad. Bad.
Just, you know. If you put the.
I'm like 70% fluent, I'm really not close, I can get by, but there's some things I've never heard of. Like, I don't know.
I can understand.
I have Angel every now and look at stuff, I'm like, I got like all but one sentence, what does that sentence, I just put it into translate, if I say that.
Yes, I mean, I'm very more on the energy restaurant, more Spanish than the university.
Yeah, I like education.
That's the immersion version versus.
One is just what I'm familiar. Yeah. Like if I'm listening to like government broadcast stuff from Mexico, just over my head, this is words you don't use day.
I think the dialects do, it's like Mexican and Spanish. I got it, I can hear, I can understand, whereas like El Salvador. Like it's like slow. To have,
But
that's to get.
That's just because it's so big and they pronounce things differently, these different words. If I could use
Yeah,
that,
but if you want to stick
like here in England versus here, that's. So. It just takes time to get used to that accent and the rhythm and, yeah.
It's, I mean, it's so.
Yes, yes. And then I'll talk my way and he'll go, I'm not quite sure I understand you. Because we have a different, right, different style. So then I put it into the Google Translate and I send it again. He goes, oh, okay, thank you. Yep.
Once you create this, you have to put it in whether you feel it's service based or niche based.
Yeah, if you want to have one of those kind of focuses, it helps ChatGPT craft your paradigm.
I just did it plain without.
Did it come up with something good?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's not-
Think so? That's good. Now, you need to add some stuff about connecting those personality skills to real estate stuff.
Yes.
Because this is a good description of you, but how do we put this value into your business? Go think about that.
So it's not actually that they doesn't.
Here I don't, I mean,
You drop it into.
Well, let's see, Jeff.
Yeah.
What is it? It's going.
Yeah, when you drop it, and you have to give you some bullet.
Okay.
So you can put here, create, so did you have ChatGPT create it for you?
Yes.
So you can say, so this is gonna work, yes, so. Create a personal value statement to share with clients and include in marketing material. I would like two versions, one short paragraph style and two construct more bullet style.
I can.
I'll text you that.
Did you frame that on your own, you said?
I didn't hear it.
We are artificially gonna shoot them.
I'm a writer,
You are.
Another
Think
yeah,
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 no, really, I do.
Oh, thanks for sending.
Now, you might go to like ChatGPT and say, hey, I'm a real estate agent, I want to apply my skill set to real estate, situation. See what it would come up with, we can have some
You
connections
sometimes,
to the real estate. law.
you sometimes not.
Because you can have more than one value proposition lines for different things,
So you know you have.
it doesn't have to be the same exactly.
But that, there's no, like, mine, I think, doesn't,
Maybe
like,
all types of information.
for instance.
Yeah, well, then-
Oh, like Bobbery, like I have all this money for my phone for years, it says maybe like it.
Sometimes
It's weird.
in my,
Mhm.
yeah, persuasive.
Yes.
So, I guess that's what I was gonna,
That too, because you show up on your computer.
get,
Right.
but I have a problem with like. The word persuasive for me. Means like trying to convince you, but like, almost like lying.
Yeah, I was, let's find some other words that are so persuasive and not so suggestive, I agree.
Yeah, I just, that's just not how I feel personally, and it makes me. Okay, so.
What's something else to use instead of persuasive, you're engaging, you're,
You understand how I feel though, so. I just feel like I'm lying, that makes me feel like I'm a liar.
well, this needs to be very authentic and genuine. If you're gonna use this and talk about yourself that way, you have to feel it and believe it, or it's not gonna be your, it's like you said,
I'm
you're
feeling
gonna
like
feel.
I'm standing there lying to you.
You don't want,
You say you're an effective negotiator?
yes, that's good, instead of persuasive, I like that, effective negotiator.
I think I need you to come over and do it.
You got this.
Thank you, though. Yes, thank you.
That's the benefit of having these workshops, we don't ideas help each other, and kind of get some, different focus.
Effective negotiator.
That's, I like that.
Yeah, that's.
So change that right now. I had it. As you change this, you can put in ChatGPT and say, okay, now, these are my skill sets now, you make me look. Yeah.
Oh, I sound.
And then it will
I
get
sound
you
like-
some even better suggestions on different words to use, different ways to describe that skill.
Like, I mean, like, if I like will pop into ChatGPT.
How's everybody doing online? We're not trying to ignore you. I'm just kind of walking around the room. We're chatting. We're kind of bouncing ideas off each other and seeing what ChatGPT comes up with. It's been very persuasive so far when you put in kind of like your 4 core concepts and say, okay, now tell me, I'm gonna take these personality skills that I have and help me craft them into being a real estate agent. And so we're having some good luck here in the room.
Yeah, it's fascinating how the ChatGPT can create
It is incredibly fascinating.
blurs that I would never probably, it would take me a lot of time to create.
Yes. And
Yeah,
so
because for me, I just put all my nonprofit experience, like housing, development, poverty, like all of this, and it just made such a nice blur. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
It
crazy.
really is an amazing tool.
Uh-huh.
And remember, you can have a long, presentation, but then you're also going to want to have some shorter versions depending on what you're doing. If you're trying to just emphasize some of your 1 or 2 qualities on a flyer, then you're going to want to be able to pick, pull some of these out of your main value proposition. You want your main value proposition, your bio, like on your website and on your blog page and places like that. But then you also want to be able to take excerpts out of it to use it for different marketing strategies. You're not always going to want a big, long paragraph for marketing. So maybe pick 1 or 2 that are your favorites that talk about you. Maybe one that emphasizes more selling side, emphasizes more buying sides, and then you can have those, to utilize.
I don't want to publish, but here's what honestly. Because I have it on, so I have it. I've taken them writing classes, creative writing classes in college. I have one for English. I have a bachelor's in history and writing in English.
I felt like. You go back and I know about that, but you know, but wanting to. Was saying that you should relate to your jobs, and then we don't like it. So I have both. I just. So I really got to. My first client.
Here, why don't I use
Second time I'm so bored about your community. And then you start, it's just. It's also just a good way for you to connect with your clients from different areas of the state as well, because you rely on your skill set for a year. Yeah. I mean, so I think that's very, because it makes you move a lot of things.
I just kind of like, keep it
Yeah.
broad, but also, but also not rough.
Right, yeah, I like that a lot, and it's short,
Yeah.
and it also connects to real estate tax.
Yeah, right.
We talked about that, ChatGPT, you know, I was to the market.
Where's my bio? I can pull mine up every look at. I think I still have my very original, the first one we did was before we had AI. Where is my first one? Gosh. Don't know.
It continues away from this humility, right?
It would be on
So the.
my,
Yeah.
Yeah, they've gone up the last 2 days. Here,
Yeah.
they've gone up a tiny bit the last 2 days.
Let's see.
The Fed dropped their rate, actual rate.
Is it down to 5.9, something like that?
No, it's 6.22. That's it this morning
where is it?
for a 30-year.
6.22.
Sorry.
Why did it, maybe it's on my website. Trying to find it.
It's up 0.09% today.
Detailed photos.
But that's on our app, right?
On this one.
Because sometimes that app, like if I pull off, you'll say it's a different.
Yeah, lenders, I think, are gonna block, they're a little lower right now because they know.
It's small, there we go.
It's like,
Looking back, like. Penn Fed, credit union has it at 6.0, by some bank that has it at 5.9 lock in.
Wonder if I can expand that.
oh yeah, you can see like
Yeah.
you go to the
What is,
lenders.
what is the
Show.
page, right?
Thirty-year VA.
There's 5.9,
Really?
Wow, it depends if you're going.
That's a good rate.
6.
Yeah.
Maybe those are what's buying, yeah, so there's lower rates are for the buying.
Well, no, it's on the FHA.
One thing I'll remind all the people in the room and online, when you're doing these value propositions, you can speak in the first person and say I, or you can speak in the third person. And, you know, like my first bio was Megan does, da, 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 as if somebody else is talking about me. So you can have either or style and let ChatGPT know which one you want, and that will help craft that depending on the presentation you want to have. Let me make that little so everybody can see it. Now, one thing to suggest using this value proposition for lead generation purposes, is the whole focus of this curriculum is lead generation, is you need to start owning that value proposition. And that, like they said here, you're going to want to use it as your elevator speech, so to speak. You want to start memorizing the first 3 or 4 bullet points of that value proposition. So when you meet a new person, that's what you start with when you introduce yourself as a real estate agent. And you start using some of those values that you're going to bring to the table to introduce yourself to people with. And you don't necessarily have to give them the whole pitch, but it is a good way to start thinking about those values that you're going to bring to your clients, because you want to start reinforcing those in conversations on your marketing material, not just on your website and your blog. You start identifying yourself that way. Using them in your client consultations. That's why I said it's important to maybe pick 2 or 3 that you want to focus on always. And those are the things you're going to include in your marketing. Or always have your value proposition on the back of something if you want to use the whole thing. But here's some suggestions on strategies for how to use this value proposition once you have it crafted to expose yourself more in your lead gen. And I don't know if this particular slide is in the handout. If not, because if not, you can take a picture of it and have that as a resource to give you some ideas of how to market it. Let's see if it's in here. Some of this stuff is in the student manual and some of it's not. So the niche-based one was in here.
It's so interesting.
I don't see it.
Architect, no, you-
All right, and once you're done with your value proposition, these are suggestions on what you're gonna do with it, so you can use it to the maximize in your lead gen. You're gonna wanna update all your marketing materials to start incorporating these values, one or two of those statements at least, in stuff you do. They suggest making a little 30-second video or commercial, which is not a bad idea, so you can start promoting yourself on social media and using that commercial. So you're always saying the same thing to people. They start recognizing that those values with your face. Want to practice your daily delivery. How are you going to talk to people? You got to start promoting yourself with these values. You got to learn to talk about them. That's one thing in our industry when you're trying to build relationships with people, you can't be shy. You've got to kind of get out there in front of people and be willing to talk to them. And then track your effectiveness. Keep notes either in command or in your notebook or on your phone or whatever about how your outreach is working, what kind of feedback you're getting, what kind of responses you're getting. What would you want to change to improve it? Or are you really happy with it? You want to keep doing what you're doing? Try to keep track of your lead gen, where it's taking you, because we can help tweak it if it's not getting you the results you want. What could we change? We're here to help you with that as you start on this journey. Because I will tell you, a lot of the top performing agents do have a script, so to speak. That's the first thing they're going to say to everybody they meet, just because that gives that new person that introduction to who they are and the kind of agent they are. So it is very helpful. Did you put it into ChatGPT yet?
Well, I did that,
The first one, okay. Now you're doing it again.
Second
Good.
one with,
Yep.
bullet points
Yep.
and.
Good.
I asked it to relate it to a real estate
Mhm.
more.
Yeah. Good.
Make me look good.
Oh yeah, makes us look great. That's what we love about it.
Yeah.
Well, it's just you.
Exactly. Exactly. But polished, that's a great word to use, more polished. You are very polished. She does have a lot of good words, yes. This is something. And this is for history, people in your area that have an open Spanish lab and walkers back in vacation. All these have to remember too. Just have lots of to do this. Okay, it's like the real mom, exactly. How's everybody online doing?
Good.
Good. There are a lot of you this morning. Minimize that again. There we go.
I can still see this now,
Okay.
but I want to, like, the introduction, before they just read about it, so it says. It says that's when, about me personally.
Yeah. So I like Ashley's approach. You talk about the fact that, you've been in this community perhaps your whole life, if you have, I've lived in the Kansas City area, my whole life, very familiar with our communities and something like that. Kind of introduce yourself as somebody who's like, Jamie's approach to be different. He's new to our community versus somebody like you who's been in the same house.
Right.
I've lived in Johnson County for 35 years. I've lived in the same house for 26 years. So I very, very much know my community very well. I probably know 70% of the neighbors who live in my area. Out of 100 houses, I know probably 70 houses person. I've been there for 26 years. It's easy to get to know people, especially if they don't move. So you need to bring those kind of skill sets. You're a native of Kansas City, you're here to help, it's your heart and home, right? Or something like that. Talk about some of those sorts of things to incorporate into it.
Yeah, okay, this whole thing is only supposed to be a couple paragraphs long, the whole thing, even the skill sets.
Yes.
It's in there.
Yeah, you don't want to have a page here, because it's too much for people to read. It's gotta be short.
Yeah. And it's according to what you're putting out, so let's say, I want to send a flyer to the physical, and I'm trying to gain this business. I can put this down there, an introduction, no paragraph, then my skill set, and then just go into the physical part.
Absolutely.
What I can do. So in a sense, it's almost like you can have different introductory type letters.
Absolutely.
You can the same skill set, but the purpose, it might be more related toward the purpose of the white colonies versus.
Like I said, sometimes it's nice to take this information and have something that's more appropriate for like a seller versus something that for a bus.
Yeah.
Because they're looking for a different quality in a real estate. So you want to have a couple of different ways to describe yourself.
The super example I want to.
Okay. So you might say that in ChatGPT, say, I want one guy more for selling a home, one more for somebody buying. And have it do a change on it.
Yeah, okay.
That's a very good idea, Doug. And just something for the end of this curriculum, just to highlight again, our whole purpose is taking this back to being successful in lead generation. This personal validity statement is a foundation. You already possess everything you need to be a successful real estate agent. Your unique background, skills, and qualities create validity that resonates with clients when properly articulated. This is your way to show your clients the strengths you have and what you're going to bring to the table for them. You're going to continuously use this in your lead gen. Your USP, your unique selling proposition, transforms you from just another agent into an obvious choice for your target clients. It communicates your unique value in a way that's memorable and compelling. And then your USP is only effective when consistently applied across all lead gen activities. Commit to incorporating it into your prospecting, your marketing, and your presentations immediately. You want this to be your brand focus. And if you want, once you craft a value proposition, you'll send it out to friends and family, get feedback if you want, change it up, whatever, but get it solidified. So then you will start using it as you move forward. Because it just helps you create that image of yourself that you're going to be passing on to everybody you meet. My niece is trained in agency, she's trained in agencies, and so but so as her, she has the people, it's like, oh, just pay it and we're ready. Just, it's not the end of the world.
Not funny though, because
I didn't have it on my calendar, and I just completely forgot to do it on Monday, and I remember last time.
it's due quarterly.
Just.
Yeah.
So busy.
I used to do those.
I just set it up on Monday to get back the last season, everybody. What about any of you all said it? Your first year, you don't really need it as much. You need to know what your base is going to look like, and then you can set expectations. So you're ready to put on, like, but your accountant can help you next, once you do your taxes, say, now what do I need for estimate taxes? Because Ellie asked me about this. She isn't it due today? I'm like, no, not for you. You're brand new, you don't need it yet. You're gonna need it next.
Yeah.
And she didn't have an accountant, so let me go talk to my accountant. I'll recommend him. And then if you like him, great. But you need to have somebody to help get it done right. Oh, for sure. We need to have a class on that with a bunch of agency. Just kind of maybe have no one come back and talk to us about the 101 of being a real estate agent.
Is he
Sole proprietor.
real estate?
No, that's his sole focus, no. He connected to us because he's friends with somebody here, but I mean, he handles everything.
Yeah.
I even talked to him about my LLCs, and so he was very knowledgeable about stuff. He was very knowledgeable there. Because he is certified CPA, so we're. It's like CPA certified. Yeah, and I even talked about my situation because my husband passed and told me what we get ready for next year. It was very helpful, so.
Oh, that is like, I'm so thankful for our teachers that are like, yeah, it's all that.
I still need to work on getting a trust set up. I haven't started that yet.
Yeah, I mean, it was like literally. And you, okay, so if you want to just make it
I know
clear,
easy.
crystal clear, no arguments, here's what's happening.
Even though they're all adults, it's just easier to have everything spelled out, and they don't have to worry about it either.
I mean, my sister too, for, and yeah. It is. Just better than all.
I think my boys have handled everything really well. I'm lucky.
Don't know.
I think it's hardest on Alejandro because he lives away from us in Iowa, so he's not here for like the daily conversations that the other three of us get to have together, so that makes it hard. Yeah.
Oh, they can be, yes.
All right, everyone online, thank you for participating today. We're going to wrap it up. And we will start our week 3 next week of our I can't remember what it's called. Let me go look real quick. Where is let me close this down and go look. Next week, we're doing Power of One. What's it called? Mastering prospecting. Learning how to do prospecting with your lead gen. So that'll be fun. Whole new skill set to learn. So thank you, everybody, for participating again today. It was nice seeing you. Enjoy the lovely rainy day and go out and do some real estate this weekend.
Thank you so much.
Sure.
Thank you, Megan.
You're welcome. Go do some open houses. Go do some networking. go to some event, pass out your business cards, whatever you can do. I highly suggest you get a business card on your phone. You can airdrop it to people. Gotta start thinking like a real estate agent.
Thanks so much.
Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
Megan, while you're here.
Oh, yes,
can you tell me your
and
phone number?
those, we have our contracts challenge for the bold contest. Anybody's participating in that, it's all due next week. Got to get out there this weekend and get it finished.
Megan,
Yes,
what's your phone number real fast?
913-486-4270.
Thank you. And your email?
Megan Diaz. So it's MEGANDIAZ @KW.com.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome. Talk to y'all later.
Talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Work. End of meeting.